That time. That time. Don't stop, get it, get it. Instagram only gives us, it looks like an hour to be on live. So we're waiting for Simone to hop back on. Hey y'all,
Girl,
welcome
I
back
did not
to
know we only got an hour on here.
I can hear your little voice, but I can't see you. Okay, there you go. Okay, so
I did not know we only got an hour on here. Hey, Kiki, late. You have to watch it the rest later.
She said,
We have to see.
okay, so I thought they'd give us like 2 hours or 4 hours. Maybe that's
Girl,
what made me.
no, you get an hour, you gotta reboot that thing. So we gotta start the poem over, y'all.
So now, since we have more time, I can not be rushed. So what I wanted to say was, the next poem that we're going to share is entitled "Conflicted." So in our last book, the first book, this one, Love Loud Volume 1. Yes, that's blame Teddy. Blame Teddy. Okay. Love Loud Volume 1. If you have this copy, it's about 15 or 16 poems in here. 2 or 3 of the poems are written by Simone and myself combined. So if you read through the poems or through the book, there's a signature at the end. It'll say love, or it'll say loud, or it'll say love loud. So in this book, we quote unquote finished it, but there was only one poem that we had together. So Simone was pushing it. She was like, come on, yeah, we got to make more. We got to make more. So I was like, okay, you started, and then I'll pick up. So Simone started Conflicted. And if you have the book, you'll notice that some parts are highlighted green. Can y'all? This is the first cover, so that's why I was like marking it. And then some is highlighted pink. So the parts, if you know our favorite colors, thank you. If you know
Thank you.
our favorite colors, Simone's favorite color is green. Mine is pink. So when you read through it, you'll know that Simone wrote everything that's in green and Yaya wrote everything that's in pink. And the other interesting thing about this poem is that you can read it as one whole poem, or you can read it as 2 different poems. So if you read the whole thing, that's one whole poem. It's Conflicted. Yes, Kiki, pink is Yaya.
She know it all.
Yeah, she know. If you read everything that's in green and skip the pink, that's one poem. If you read everything that's in pink and skip the green, that's another poem. But today, the way that we're going to deliver it to you is going to be, hey, PC, the way
she
delivered
fancy.
to you will be as one poem so that you can hear the confliction in the poem.
Okay, we gonna do it over now?
Yes.
Okay. Wait, my throat dry. Yes, twinsies with the sip, honey. Twinsies with the sip. Okay.
Okay. Conflicted. Page 10.
It's been a minute since I've done this. Picked up my pen and remembered your lies line by line, like, baby, I promise this is my last time. Yet here I am, and there you are, looking at me cry my eyes out, while you walk through the door as if we had nothing to talk about. And maybe we don't. So I figured I'd put it on paper, release it into the universe so I can finally grab my purse and step out, free of the curse I felt inflicted with. I don't have to deal with this shit.
Restricting my mind from attempting to reminisce over times we shared. Times when you were oh so far, yet I wanted you near. To be here and to hear me out. Reframe my doubt. Reconstruct this pain to something of solidarity. But yet I stand alone in solitude, nude, because what I felt for you has been misconstrued.
My feelings have been delegated to never return. Assured that my decision is final, this trial has ended as I turn this corner to a new start, taking time to see if we're better apart. Full speed ahead with you in my rear view. My heart is locked knowing there's a chance that I'll miss you, but I'll wave goodbye anyway. Prepared to be detached, I'd rather be alone holding the key to my happiness.
It's been a minute since I've done this. Pulled up your contact in my phone and hit send on the draft, asking if we can start all over as we discard our past, let go of our hurt and replenish our laughs, rebuild those frames that once floated upon our walls, cradling memories of I and you, trail back to when you were my baby, and I was your bookie boo. Inseparable, the two of us, we were known on the gram, but better in person. I, your lady, and you, my man. The sand in our glass refuses to spill because you and I, what we have, our love, is real.
Feeling's still there, but I'll love you from a distance.
I know we can make it past our turmoil and bullshit.
No longer desired the bliss that existed.
For us, I will forget the hurt. I'm ready to risk it.
Allowing my mind to be free of your vengeance.
Opposed to an exit, let's make this our entrance.
Able to fly, a weight has been lifted.
Our love is unbreakable, yet conflicted.
It's all about me. My focus has shifted.
But with you, I'm better. If I let go, I'll miss it.
Snap yours. Ooh, baby.
Yeah.
All of y'all late, y'all. Hey, Auntie. Hey, Brianna.
Hi, everybody. Okay.
That's one of my favorites. It just hit different when you read it as one, when you read it as two, and then you read it as the third piece.
Mm-hmm.
That was.
Thank you, y'all.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all for joining us this evening. Y'all know y'all could be doing something else on y'all Friday night, and y'all in here with us. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, you forgot. Y'all wouldn't have said that. I would have said I was busy.
Like, well, maybe they on Cali time. Maybe they were busy.
Yeah, they over here. It's all good. We're gonna do this again. Do
you want to do another one for the people who came late?
No, we should not. They should watch. They should go back and watch the live. And then they can catch more poetry when we do this again, because this ain't gonna be the last time.
Yeah. So this was really fun. This was our first time doing a live. This was our first time reciting poetry to anybody together. So that was really interesting.
Oh, you want an encore?
I loved it. Keep that another one. Yes, poetry. Okay. I would like to do one. Is it in the new book or the old book? I think it's in the. Is it in the new book?
All right, we'll do one each for y'all since y'all here right now. We started at 7.
Yeah. All right.
But since y'all here now, we'll do one each for y'all of our choosing before we sign out on here. Okay, that sound good? Because we love y'all. Yes. We've got time.
We all got time.
Thank you.
Okay.
So y'all just make sure y'all go back and watch what we did earlier. Y'all missed all the tea that we spilled.
We have hella minutes left because we started at 10 my time, 7 Cali time. So we had to actually start over on the live. But the poem that I'm going to do, it comes from LoveLoudd Volume 2. I love the back. Look at it. I'm going to try to do it without the book because I memorized it. And I think that this poem comes about from me dating this guy who was in my friend circle. And we would always hang out and be around each other. But some years went by and he finally expressed that he was interested in me and we started dating. But the reason why I like this poem for now is because I recently found myself in a dating app. And the way that I read it, it can sound like it's about switching terms in general from being associated to dating or being in a dating app, because we're in quarantine. So that's why the dating app is relevant. So if you have the book, it's on page 48 of the second volume. And the title of this poem is Pursuing. I'm scrolling through our messages, trying to peek where the best of this was birthed. This whole situation we got, mind is boggled, stomach untying its knots. Come on, I message load. I'm striving for the top. When did this rotate and you begin to put in work to pursue me? I'm feeling myself falling for you. I'm trying to grasp a clue of what it is that I had to do to have you do all that you had to do to win me over. Heart's no longer cold, or no longer my hiding behind this boulder which made me feel secure. So I thought. For so long, I fought to keep things at bay and remain friends. And now I'm bae. But so are you. scrolling my thumb through our DMs, fighting to grasp a clue of what I did to get you to do all the things that you've done to get me to be your boo. When did we switch from being just cool? How do we jump into conversation about where we went to school and how often we work out? What I do for work and how often you have doubts? Your desires and your passions and the beauty you found gazing into my eyes. And how I'm looking for true love and done with dealing with random guys. How to switch from seeing you at that function and hoping you be at this to interlocking fingers and sharing our first kiss, or being associated to wanting to commit, or speaking randomly about this post and that in our DMs, text threads, Facebook, and Snapchat. How do we leave our virtual existence and end up face to face? Phones tucked away when we coexist in the same place. I'm scrolling through our threads, attempting to comprehend how we went from being strangers to being, well, this. How did it? Thank you.
You better have that memorized, girl. Oh,
Yes.
oh, wait, I got one for you. Yes, honey, I'm proud. You better still have it memorized, girl. I'm so proud of you. I remember you was nervous to perform it, and now it's just a part of you now.
Yes, I love
Y'all
that.
understand? She was so nervous. She was so nervous, y'all. And then she just did that. Y'all give her 2 snaps and a dab.
Thank you.
I don't even know which other one I want to do. I wasn't prepared for this, but since y'all want an encore. Oh,
I just knew I would do that one because I had them memorized.
Right. Let me just.
Where's the one about just in some type of situationship? That one.
That's not even, girl. That's not even in one of these books yet. That's an exclusive. I would have to I have to pull that up on something else. That's not even.
Okay.
But if you want me to do that one, I'll do it.
You could find it easily?
If I could find it, give me like 30 seconds. If I can't find it, I'm gonna do something else.
Okay.
Give me 30 seconds.
Okay.
Let's see if it'll come up.
Yeah, this is definitely the draft book because it's like a whole bunch of writing and highlighting in the book.
All right, let me see if I could. No, it's on my computer. It's not on my little iPad. It's okay. I'll give that one to y'all next time because, honey, that one's got all the tea. I can tell y'all how that poem came about in episode 2. I'm gonna give y'all that one.
So Kiki, for situationships, are you asking us what a situationship is, or you want to hear that poem? Because I love
you missed that part too. Whoever asked me.
In our last hour, we had we got our wine too. And in our last hour, we gave our definition of situationships. I accidentally said bullshit, but that's a new thing that we came up with today. Bullshit, situationship. We talked about ghosting. We talked about the resurrection. We talked
when
about
they ghost you and come back. Like what you want?
Yeah, we talked about resurrections, and we talked about our first. She gonna kick you on the shin. She said.
Why? That is mean. That hurt. Like I can feel that. Why would you kick me? That is so mean.
Because she wants to hear
Only
it. I
love.
want to hear it too.
I know. We don't have to. I can't find it right now. I don't know where it is, but I have it. I promise.
In our last hour, we forgot to tell them that what page is it? Of Asylum. Change Your Heart can actually be found on Change Your Heart can actually be found on YouTube. So what we're gonna try to do is save these videos and post them on a YouTube channel so that whoever missed the first hour and whoever's missing the second hour, we can you can see everything together.
Ooh, I got a good one. Y'all. I got a good one.
Which
I got
book?
a good one.
I got both.
It's from the second. It's from the second book.
Okay. What page?
Actually, no. Yeah, I'm gonna just do this. I really like this poem, so.
Which page?
It's on page 28 of the second book. And this piece is called Liberation.
Welcome back, Kiki. She said, okay, I'm back.
Okay. We both know why you're here. I told you we needed to talk. And honestly, I'm surprised you showed up. But since you have arrived, please take a seat. Listen as I speak, because I will not repeat anything hereafter. This is not an intervention, so you can relax. This is merely a testament of where we're at. For years, you've been around, 4 years longer than anticipated. And I've debated many times how I would say this. So as I look you in the eye, across from where you stare, I tried not to compare past transgressions to my current state of mind, but it's time that I am honest and less modest than I have been in the past. I'm speaking up for myself, taking control of the mess, accepting full responsibility for how we got tangled in this unwavering, complicated, unanticipated, overrated affiliation that keeps us up all night with no rest. But I digress. Because this is more about me than it is about you. I knew from the beginning this would only last through dismay. Now the truth to you is past due. Please lower your hand. I don't have time for Q&A. It's okay to be confused. I understand your thoughts are jumbled and misconstrued, but I also know you felt more than a few bumps on this ride. Now it's time to pull over before we collide. So before you exit, let me be perfectly clear. You are no longer welcome here. I don't need you to react, no apologies to adhere, because I'm setting myself free. And before you close the door, please make sure that you leave the key. I know I don't have to say this, but since I'm living in my truth, stress, I'm breaking up with you. That's one of my favorite poems.
Good job.
That y'all better break up with stress. I'm not playing. Y'all better break up with stress. Yes. Don't let stress run your life, whether it be a man, woman, cousin, husband, shoot yourself. Right, quarantine. Don't let stress mess up your life. You better break up with that expeditiously. Shoot, like T.I. say, expeditiously. Shoot. What? I hate you right now. What? I don't hate nobody. I got nothing but love in my heart. I don't hate people. Why would you say that? Don't lie on my live. Don't lie on my live. I don't need that stress. Don't need the stress in my life. I'm all about positive vibes over here. Boom, bam, pow. Yes. Woo. Yes. The door is closed. Oh, I know who you are, and I don't hate you. Like, okay. But y'all, we appreciate y'all coming through. Appreciate y'all. Now everybody want to come in. Everybody want to join now. I mean, if anybody got any questions, we can go ahead and do a Q&A right now. If y'all have any questions that y'all want us to answer, since we still here. That's right. Nothing but love. Nothing but love. I'm always gonna be a favorite. Shoot, I'm on the top of everybody's list.
I'm grateful for everybody who participated together. Participated with us. This was really interesting. How do you feel about what we shared? Raven said, "Let me think." She got some.
Cause she want to ask some more questions. I wish y'all was here during the first hour. This probably would have went a lot different.
Well, Raven did participate in the.
Yeah, she did. She did. Oh man. Oh, I am. Does that mean what? Thank you. We'll definitely continue doing so. I appreciate y'all being here. This was fun.
Yeah, this was really fun.
We're definitely gonna do this again. How often should we do this? Should we do it like once a week?
Somebody said start over.
Auntie, we're not starting over. We started at 7 o'clock. Like,
yeah, you can ask anything.
Ask anything. Yeah, ask anything.
What made y'all start writing? Together or separately? I guess you can answer both.
Okay, well, yeah, we can answer both.
Love will go first and Loud will go second. That's the way our book is.
All right, cool.
So I started writing, I think it was
every day, Auntie. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Every day. We're not doing it every day.
Raven said every week.
Okay, I'm cool. I'm down with that. I'm down with
the question and the thing. All right. So I'm gonna answer the question that I saw in the thingy first, but we're gonna answer, I think it was Kiki's question. So I started writing in 6th grade. For me, writing was a tool that I use. I'm a Virgo, and as a young Virgo, it was hard for me to express myself verbally. Whenever I was going through something, I couldn't really let it out. And I tend to be the person too who, when I'm going through something, in the moment I can't really riddle what I'm feeling, but then I can come back to you and say, okay, this is what I was feeling. And a lot of times people don't want to hear that, so I started to write it down. And over time, all of my poetry and everything was stuff that was written in marble notebooks, cute little notebooks that my mom would get me and everything, and it was shelved in my closet. At one point in college, Simone and I both realized that we both like writing, we both were into poetry. So the only people who would read my poems were my boyfriend at that time, Simone, and my cousins, who I would like post on I would like tag it to them on Facebook. But what made us write the books was that the first poem that I delivered in the last hour was Love Asylum. That's the first poem I ever recited to people. And the reason why I recited that poem, because I was really hurt. Like, that breakup really hurt me so severely. And one of my friends after that breakup was telling me about her breakup, and I was like, other people must be going through this too, so let me recite this. And after I recited it, that word recited it, it's a word today. When I recited that poem to the crowd and the reaction that they gave, I was just like, all right, maybe I need to get these poems out of my closet and we can publish these things, because there have to be other people out there who can relate to it. So Kiki, that explains, yeah, we don't want to talk about him, but that's the poem that was my break. That was the poem that was my breakout, to say, okay, Simone, I think we should get together and publish our poems. So Simone,
dang, what's the question? Why
did you start writing?
Man, I've been writing since forever. I would say as far as writing poetry, it started in the 6th grade. That's when I was first introduced to poetry. Mm-hmm. And I fell in love with it so much because it was a different way for me to express myself. So I grew up reading a lot of books. I was always reading, and then like reading, I would be able to get lost in a book. My sister can tell you, she ain't here. If I read a book and you call my name, I can't hear you because I
can tell you that
too. I can get lost in a story. So poetry was a way for me to get lost in like small short stories in the way that it was written. So I've always loved storytelling, and poetry was another way to do that. Mm-hmm. And then I grew from writing poetry into I used to write in, what were they called? Fan fiction. There used to be these websites where you would like write short stories or like script kind of ways.
I never knew this.
You would put celebrities or movie characters in there. So I would be in the B2K fan fiction or the Bow Wow fan fiction with all my little stories that I wrote. Girl, yes, they used to have it where you would put Y/N. So when whoever's reading it, that means your name. Girl, I was yeah. So when you reading it, it'll be like Yaya walks to the store and sees Omarion by the milk. Like it would be something like that. So I'll be writing, like I used to write stories like that. So I went from poetry to fan fiction, and then from fan fiction online, like I still have like stacks of binders where I used to write stories by hand. Mm-hmm. Like, this is Yaya, and she said blah 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 blah. Simone, and she said blah 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 blah. And I had a friend in elementary school where we used to do that together all the time. Or when we'd have a sleepover before we go to bed, we'd be telling stories. So she'd tell one part, and then when she'd get tired, I'd tell another part. And it was just kind of like we just like go off each other like that all the time. So I've always been super into telling stories, which is why I love screenwriting so much. So I'm a screenwriter also, y'all.
That's crazy. I never knew the story.
Oh, really?
No, I never knew.
Look, you're learning something new.
Yeah, I'm learning something new. And basically, you took what you had with her and made that with me, because we used to. That's how we have the poems that we have together. Because
so that's something that I used to do, and I love the art of storytelling so much because I have control over. Some people say I like it because I'm controlling, but that's not true. I like it because as far as the creative realm, it's just I have control over what where it happens, what happens, how that character feels, what they like to wear, what they like to eat. It's just creating a world of my own
Right.
and making it make sense to other people and sharing that. So doing the same thing in poetry and have people being able to relate to it and be able to come back to me and say, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I wanted to say, but I didn't know how to put it into
Yeah.
words. Thank you so much. That's what I love. So poetry, whether it's poetry, short story, or anything like that, I love it all. Oh, I didn't know you could do Q&As like that. That's tight.
Yeah. So somebody said or asked, what type of poems do you like writing the most?
Ooh, see, I write poems based on my mood. So if I'm angry, if I'm in the mood to write. So if somebody pissed me off and I didn't know how to express myself, I'm most likely going to be writing about it because that's the best way for me to be able to express myself. So it's not mostly like a more so like of what type. I mean, I guess if it's, as far as specific type, I would say freestyle if
Okay.
you mean in that form opposed to genre, but like the type of poetry, I would most definitely say freestyle. But as far as like the genre and the mood, it's just based on how I'm feeling. I could really write about anything.
Yeah.
Happy, sad, shoot, some turmoil, all of that. But definitely freestyle is my favorite. It gives it more of a spoken word flow.
Yeah. Okay. Mine, the topic that I tend to write about all of the time is love and relationships. Whether it's the good going in love or the bad going in love, breakups, all that stuff. I do have a poem called Wake Up. And the reason, and that's not about love and relationships. It's actually about the killings of our Black brothers and everything that's been going on. But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
But the
yeah,
reason why I wrote that poem is because it was one late night, and you know I live on the East Coast. Moni lives on the West Coast, so for me it was one late night. I got a text message or a call or something from Simone like, "Oh, I just wrote this dope poem. You gotta hear it." Yeah, she called me and she read it to me, and after that I couldn't go to sleep because it was just like, wow, like it really inspired me. So I couldn't go to sleep and I wrote my poem, Wake Up. So I'm also an artist. You can see the little boobs in the background of a painting that I did. Um, Basically everything that I do or most things that I do is based off of a challenge. Like I feel like, dang, I can't do this. Like the poem in this book, I finally had the confidence to put it in this book. My poem G Spot. It's a poem about sex. And I always wanted to have a poem about sex, but I was like, I can't do it. And then I got 4 pages worth of poetry about sex. So, yeah, just loving relationships is my answer. All right, we have more questions here. What relationship advice would you give your younger self? I
that's
would
a good
tell
one.
my younger self, calm down, baby. It's okay. Like, cause I would tell myself that because I was so thirsty, and I'm telling the truth. I was so thirsty to have a relationship that I would not just jump into anything that was thrown to me or given to me, but like anything that quote unquote felt right, or I would look too far in the future of what it could be instead of looking at the reality of what it is. And even if people would tell me I don't want a relationship, I'm just chilling, I would still say, oh, but he's a great guy and we could have this and it could be that, and try to like work on him kind of thing. So I would tell my younger self, chill, it's okay, you don't need a relationship. It ain't all that hot. Just be patient. And the thing that I've been telling myself now is be still. Like it's one thing to, yeah, the thirst was real, for real. And I could say that about myself now. I'm not embarrassed to say that at all. I've learned from things that I went through. But be patient as well as be still, because I'm a God-fearing woman and I believe that God will send my king my way. So that's what I'll tell my younger self. What would you say, Moni?
Whew, I tell her a lot. But like the biggest thing I would tell my younger self is to like understand what it means to actually date. I don't think I ever gave myself the opportunity to actually um to date multiple people at a time,
Okay.
opposed to trying to hook myself on to one person and just see what else was out there, what else could I experience, opposed to trying to lock myself down so early.
Yes.
And then also telling myself to understand what I want, and not so much it be like what the other person needs. I think
Yes.
I lacked a lot of I lacked a lot of control when it came to loving the other person more than I loved myself. I was giving a lot of myself and I wasn't receiving it in return.
Yeah.
So I would definitely give my tell my younger self to you have to love yourself first, which is a lot of what I say now. I say this all the time. In order to love somebody else, you have to love yourself first, and understanding what you want, what you need, what you don't want, what you don't deserve, what you
Yeah.
do deserve, what you have to have, and the things that, and even in regards to like a list of things that you're okay with, and then things that you like, okay, I might be able to, that's
Yeah.
a maybe, and that's a absolutely not. Like, you
Right.
have to know what you want and what you don't want. And then as far as like growing up, like you go through the motions of it and understanding exactly like what works for you and what doesn't work for you, because everybody is different.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. You would tell me the same thing too, and it was just like, and that you have to be ready to receive that information. You have to
You
be
gotta be,
ready
yo,
to
you can
have your
you
ears
can't
open.
you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink,
Right.
baby.
Like when you were telling me that, Raven was telling me that, like, oh, work on yourself, love yourself. I was like, I love myself. Like, what the hell? Like, if I didn't love myself, I would be dead, honey. But it definitely means a lot. Like, I took a year and some time. I took time to myself to not date anyone, and to be celibate and everything. And now my whole perspective on dating has changed, because it's like I can do without that. I don't need you to be a part of my life right now. So yeah, what I'm saying is I agree with what you're saying. Like, you definitely have to know yourself and what you want, as well as love yourself, because you will lose yourself within someone else.
Right. And also, too, real quick, I think some people, oh my God, this question. Hold on, real quick before we answer the next question. You hella funny. Um, One thing that people misconstrue in regards to loving yourself, they think it's just a matter of you like. I mean, it can be a lonely time, but I think some people misconstrue it as just like, oh, I'm working on myself, I'm loving myself, so I can't. They feel like they can't do nothing. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? But it's like you still have to spend time with your family, you spend time with your friends, and you can still date during that time, but don't give too much of yourself
Yes.
without understanding who you are and what you want and what you deserve.
Yeah.
So don't. Some people, yeah, it just get misconstrued as being something else.
And look, this
This
is the
question is
last thing.
throwing
Last
me
thing.
off, yo.
Yeah, this is the last thing. Last thing. About Boss Ray's question. I wish I would have had this advice when I was younger. Except for when I think I got this advice when I was 28, which was a lot of Black women of color don't know how to date properly, which is what you're saying, Simone. When we quote unquote date somebody, we lock ourselves down on one person, opposed to I'm gonna go on a date with Tyrone and Jarrell and Ricky. We're dating. I'm not committed to these people. I'm getting to know them. And then I should say, okay, I choose Ricky at the end of the day to be my mate. But in the beginning, we tend to say, oh, I choose Ricky. Ricky got my number. I'm going on dates with him. But it's still a situationship. It's not a relationship yet. You're dating. You're getting to know this person. You're courting.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also what I would tell my younger self, that like, you're not a hoe if you talking to or getting to know few people like you, that just because you're dating and talking to these people don't mean that you're giving it up to them. Doesn't mean that
Right.
you're committed to them, but you're getting to know these people to try to what is it called, you're vetting and trying to choose your suitor. That's the way I like to say it.
Choose your suitor.
Yeah, so
You're choosing your
I would
suitor.
I would tell my younger daughter and my younger self and my younger goddaughter and everybody just to date properly and choose your options, because a lot of dudes, from my experience, 'cause I don't know what women are doing, but a lot of dudes are doing it, and that's how you find out. That's how they start ghosting you, because they chose somebody else.
Right.
That was
Without just
that was
saying,
the last
hey,
hour.
how I was saying you was an option.
For real. Oh yeah, that option A, option B.
I'm done now. I got somebody that's my number one. I'm
For
done with
real.
this.
And they ain't just come this week. They've been there the whole time while you were there.
The whole time. Because
Yep.
he was dating properly.
Right. All right. Loud Pack.
That's Kiki.
What foundation? I know. What foundation are y'all wearing? I'm wearing Fenty.
Fenty, honey. Fenty. We should get some sponsorship. I'm just saying. I got on Fenty. This is 420. It's
I don't know my number, but I put on my darker one because I needed a tan. So I put on my summer colors today.
I actually had to mix two Fenty colors together because the other one was making me too orange. I was like, oh my gosh. Woo. But yes, Riri, sponsor us.
Yes, Melanin. All right. Are you lovely ladies going to have poetry night every Friday night? So that's the question that we were asking to you all. Yes, 420, Raven. Sorry, I'm getting distracted.
Oh, she 422?
Yes, Kiki, I needed a tan. I was so pale. I've been in the house, quarantined. Outside is closed. The door is closed. It's closed. All right, sorry. Are you lovely ladies going to have poetry night every Friday night? So today was just, I guess, like a guinea pig. It was just something that we were interested in doing since we're in quarantine. We wanted to do something fun, go on live, and from popular opinion, Simone and I have not had our meeting yet. We have meetings every Sunday, but it seems like people are wanting us to come on bi-weekly to have these conversations with everybody.
But we will let y'all know. We will update y'all. We'll give you the time. Yes. So be on time so you don't miss the tea. But if you do miss the tea, then we'll repost it for you.
You know, I will say this since you're in my face right now. So Kiki put Friday night poetry slam. I was on someone's live and I saw that they were having basically like a singing contest or something like that. I think it would be dope if we can have a poetry contest. We can talk about this on Sunday when we have our meeting. But if we have like maybe not the next time we do it, but sometime when we do it, we can invite poets, but they like will let us know before so we know who we're inviting to be a part.
Oh yeah,
that would be dope. Like if we can.
Dang, but I would get kicked off. You can only have 2 people on. So if we were in the same room, like if I was in the same city with you, then we can add people and take them off.
Well, somebody can be in charge. You can take charge one week. I'll take charge, and I'll still be watching. You know.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true, and I could let you back in. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We're supposed to do what we know what we're doing.
And the reason why I think that's dope too is because this year, in January, Simone and I talked about our goals for this week. Oh yeah, use FaceTime. Our goals. Sorry, not for this week. For this year. And one of my goals was to at least do, was it 3 or 4 open mic events? Because I've never really done open mic events before. I only did 1 this year. So
yeah, I think the goal was 6, so you can do 1 at least every other month.
Yeah, I love these options. Yeah, we both have Max and we both have Zoom too. So we'll discuss it on Sunday during our meeting. Thank you for the options though. But yeah, so since that was one of my goals, I thought of it like, yo, we should really we can have our own poetry thing on Instagram or some kind of platform.
Okay, we got any other questions?
I think it's saying, how do we buy black? I'm not getting the question because of the typo.
Hey y'all, everybody that's joining in and hopping on in here. We doing Q&A right now. So if you have a question, go ahead and add it on in there.
I want to skip that one because I'm not getting what it's saying. Sorry. Would you guys be open to start a podcast? I believe it will be very successful. Aw, thank you.
Thank you. We have actually talked about it before. Yeah. We were just trying to figure out the best way to do it with us being on 2 different, but we definitely want to do it. But this may work. This could work for now.
Right.
This could work for now, but we definitely, it's something that we're working on. So stay tuned, girl. Stay tuned.
Yeah. All right. I want to say thank you to everyone who participated. It doesn't look like we have any other questions. Oh, sorry. Hold on.
We got another one?
What made y'all dye y'all hair?
Yeah, hair go. Okay, first of all, let me tell you, because she copied me. I just happened to be walking in CVS and I was like, ooh, hair dye. I'm going to buy this box. So I dyed my hair. I don't know why she did. to tie her in that color, but it just happened to turn out to be similar to mine. So it
Okay.
wasn't, we didn't plan it together.
So my hair, I wanted it to be blonde, but because my hair, you see my roots are like more yellow. That's how I wanted all of it to be. But since my roots are dark, I turned out to be a golden egg. That's what I've been calling myself recently. But so Kiki, my last blog that I had, or was it the blog before the last? The blog before the last.
Blog before last.
Yeah, the blog before the last is entitled "I Am Not My Hair," and in that blog, I discussed my insecurities with my hair. I had thin hair. My edges are balding. You can't really tell, but that's the significance of my golden egg. Is because I feel like if I'm gonna keep hiding my hair by wearing wigs and everything, it gets tiring wearing wigs all the time. So I wanted to find a way that I can feel comfortable and wear my own hair out. And to hide my insecurity, I decided to try to find something that's close to my complexion, which is gold, and try to hide my insecurity that way. So that's why I chose this color. But I think after this, I wanna try platinum or something. I wanna have fun with it.
Plus, I like to switch it up. Y'all see, I got my hair twisted now.
Yep.
I got my hair up in a bun.
Free your scalp, yes, because it be hot under that wig. I love my wigs though. I love my wigs, but I should have brought.
Yeah, I had to do a protective style. I was getting tired of my fro. I love her, but she gotta get tucked sometimes.
Ooh, fancy.
You see.
So, any more questions? Yes.
Any other questions before we get out of here?
Thank you.
Because we've definitely been in here a lot longer than we intended to be. Because y'all wanted an encore.
Because
we had an encore because y'all was late.
Yeah. Who did it? Who did my hair or Simone? Simone did her hair today. I
did my own hair
2 weeks ago now, I think.
That was like a week ago.
About a week ago.
About a week ago.
No, it was a week and a half ago.
About a week and a half ago.
Simone did her hair today. Quarantine hair, yes. Quarantine chop, yes. Oh, we have questions. I love these questions. My eyes are starting to get.
They're not gonna let us go.
Kiki, it's past 7. It's past 9 for me. It's 11:45 on this side. On this side of the earth.
She said stay till 9. Okay, that's 15 minutes.
Simone, good for you.
How much you charge? Why is you playing on the live? How much you charge sound like that? Honey, well, let me tell you, I charge like, it depends on how big your head is and how much hair you got, So I might charge you, like $50 because they're kind of big. So I could do like 50. If your head's smaller, I could do like 40. If your head bigger than that, you probably gotta go like 60. So 40, 50, 60, something like that.
You're gonna measure your head.
Yep, I'm gonna measure and I'm gonna see how thick your hair is, and it'll determine the price. So you won't know until after I finish.
All right. So I love this question. How often do y'all see each other? The reason why I say I love this question is because it makes me think of how we put this first book together, which is difficult. So, thank you. Shout out to the people who just joined us in our, what's this called? IG Live.
Our live?
Yeah, that just joined us in our live. Simone and I meet on the phone every Sunday to have a meeting. That's how we come up with what quotes we're going to put on our page, what pictures we're going to put on our page, the question of the month, how we want to keep people intrigued by us, what giveaways we're going to be giving out. Mind you, if you're a subscriber or a member of our page, if you answer the question of the month on our website, which is LoveLoudd with 2Ds.com, you can be entered for a chance to win a prize, whatever that prize may be for that month. So last month, it was 50% off of whatever item you choose on the website. In February, we teamed up with different Black women businesses and gave away prizes that way. So that's a side note. But how often we see each other? I live on the East Coast, Simone lives on the West Coast. So we don't really see each other in person.
Last time I saw you, I was supposed to see you in March. I
Yeah,
was supposed
and
to
then
see you in
quarantine
March.
happened. Prior to that, the last time I saw you was July.
2017, 4th of July? No,
No,
November,
last
November,
year.
November, November, girl, November last year,
Oh yeah,
November
when we did the photo
2019.
shoot.
Yes, 2019,
And then
November,
before
the
that
last
was
time.
the year before that, and then
Yeah,
the
July
last time,
2018, 4th of July.
yeah, and then I saw you in 2016. And I
So
was supposed to come to
physically,
Cali this year too.
at least once a year, we
Yeah.
try.
All right, we have more questions. Okay, y'all looks like y'all's mama.
That's not a question, but my mama fine, so I'm down with that.
The reason why I chose to pick that one is because it reminds me of the picture that Simone's mom printed out of us freshman year. And then when my
Yes, she did.
when my nephew saw it, he was a baby. I think he was like 2 or 3. He was like, two Auntie Yayas, two Auntie Yayas. So we get it a lot that we look alike.
Yeah, people used to think we was sisters in college. They used to mix us up.
All right. The other questions have pretty much been answered about Simone's hair and how did y'all meet? Pretty much the same questions that we discussed already. Okay.
Yeah, how we met, the story is on the first half of the video that y'all gonna have to watch.
Yeah,
I'm not
unfortunately,
telling the story
Live
again.
only gives us 1 hour, so we had our whole discussion. We read 3 poems, well, 2 poems, and then they got cut off, and we picked up reading the next one on this one. See you. Okay. Any other questions? Anything that you want to close off with, Simone, in particular?
Just that I appreciate y'all for joining us. We'll definitely take into consideration when y'all want us to do this again. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, this was fun.
Actually, I enjoyed doing this. For those of y'all that missed the tea, I repeat, watch the first half. We only continue doing this for y'all because y'all was late and we love you. So we stayed on. Okay? Next time we do this, y'all can be on time. I might have a date at
No, I thought
8
Instagram gave
next
like
time.
2 hours. But that's why Teddy and them kept getting knocked off, I guess.
Yeah, but that's a long 2 hours is long. Maybe an hour and a half. We'll do an hour and a half next time. We'll just drop off and come back on. We'll try an hour and a half.
Thanks for staying up past your bedtime. I appreciate it. Somebody said
Yeah, we're gonna post it on our YouTube channel. We'll post the whole thing on our YouTube channel too.
Perfect timing. Do you have a YouTube channel? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to save these videos and post them on our YouTube channel. If you saw the first clip, Simone read what's it called? Change Your Heart. She read Change Your Heart. That's one of the poems that we actually she turned into a script and I acted it out. I was a girl who had her heart broken. So we want to post that on our YouTube channel as well as some other fun things that we do. So yeah, perfect question and perfect timing because Simone was just about to say that.
Yeah, so we'll let y'all know to subscribe to our YouTube channel. So if y'all miss it, y'all can always catch up on there.
Yeah. Y'all should do beauty videos on YouTube too. Simone should definitely do
she want eyebrow tutorial. That's my cousin. She want eyebrow tutorial. I'll think about it. If I do a beauty page, it's gonna be the struggle is real because me doing makeup, I look nice, but the process is ugly.
Yeah. I don't even know what I'm doing.
I would be a makeup artist on YouTube that's in there like, okay, wait, I gotta erase this part. You know what? Let's just do this whole eyebrow over.
All over, like.
Right. But when I'm done, I'll do the slow-mo thing and show y'all how it came out.
That's how they be too.
That's how I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come out all slow, but I will do it. I'm gonna call my beauty page "The Struggle Is Real" because it be how you do that
on the bottom of my page. It's filters on the bottom. That's how we're gonna be on our YouTube, so we won't feel alone out here. Yeah, so I think this is pretty cool too because with the quarantine, it's a good way to connect with everybody. Yeah, so thank you for tuning in, everybody.
And we will let y'all know when we're doing this again. Promise. Just make sure y'all on time, my people.
Simone's gonna make a cute flyer again. We'll be advertising and let you guys know. If you have questions prior to, hit us up in our DMs, whether it's our personal pages or if it's our Love Loud page. Keep the questions coming in. That's how we come up with the topics that we're going to discuss. So again, I want to let you know that we started off with a poem. We then talked about our last relationship and who dumped who got dumped.
Who got dumped?
Then we read another poem. Then we talked about ghosting and cutting off, then popping back up, which is the resurrection.
The resurrection.
Then we ended with the another poem, Conflicted, which is a poem with Simone and I going back and forth, literally going back and forth in the relationship. And then now here we are having random conversations with you all. Oh, more questions.
Another question? Y'all just don't want to go to bed.
That's just Kiki saying that we grandmas. All right, guys. I really
I'm
love
a fine grandma. I'll be a grandma. I'm a fine grandma. What a granddad. Where he at though? What a granddaddy.
Where you at? Hey. All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for participating. We're gonna try to save all these videos and post them up.
All right. So next time, y'all. Next time, it was you, Shaggy.
Do you think that? Well, 7 is a perfect time for you though, because you get off of work, so we gotta give you enough time to get on. So that's the earliest, and then that's the best time for me too, because I'm actually starting at 10 o'clock. So, but yeah, we'll talk and then we'll let them know when we're gonna get on here again.
All right, y'all. So y'all enjoy y'all weekend, and we'll let y'all keep y'all posted on the next time we're gonna do this. Bye, y'all.
Bye.